The following may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Jeffree Star denies rumors he's having an affair with Kanye West. Jeffree Star took to his YouTube Thursday to debunk a rumor he's romantically linked with Kanye West amid rumors that Kim Kardashian and West are heading for a split. The 35-year-old, in a YouTube clip titled Addressing the Kanye Situation, denied any romantic entanglement with a Jesus-is-born artist, 43. "I'm single. I'm not sleeping with anyone," Star said. "This is so weird. This is so stupid. Let me just say this one time. I like very tall men." Star continued, "Me and Kanye have never hung out. This whole thing is really funny. I get why people are laughing about this. In an old song of mine from 2009, I say a line about Kanye. But it was very like Eminem. I mentioned like 50 celebrities." The makeup artist captioned the clip, "Hi 2021, let's relax," addressing this Kanye West and Jeffree Star situation and the truth about why I moved to the state of Wyoming. A source close to the Kardashian family said to E! News that there is absolutely no truth to Jeffree and Kanye rumors. The controversy involving the cosmetics entrepreneur and the Grammy winner stemmed from a TikTok personality, Ava Lewis, who insinuated of a romance between West and Star.
Finally doing this, I feel like I can spill the tea that I've been holding on to for months. This whole divorce comes as no surprise. Kanye's been hooking up with a very famous beauty guru, male beauty guru. A lot of people in the scene I've known for a while.
Louise noted that she didn't have concrete evidence to confirm the affair, attributing the information to an entertainment attorney she chats with. Star said in response, "I guess some girl made up a whole lie on TikTok and it went viral, where she insinuates Kanye and Kim are getting a divorce because a big male beauty influencer is sleeping with him." Star earlier this week said he was ready for Sunday service in what many considered a potential allusion to the Bound 2 singer. Lady Gaga and J-Lo to perform at Biden's inauguration. Lady Gaga and Jennifer Lopez will perform at the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden on January 20th. Variety reports the Bad Romance hitmaker 34 will perform national anthem The Star-Spangled Banner for the swearing-in ceremony of Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, which will be held on the west front of the U.S. Capitol building. On the floor, singer Jennifer Lopez, 51, is also on board to perform before a TV special airs which features Demi Lovato and Justin Timberlake. Oscar winner Gaga is a longtime supporter of Biden and has been vocal throughout this election season, joining the future president on the campaign trail. She also filmed a controversial campaign video for Biden back in November, which showed her wielding a can of beer and rocking a camouflage getup as she preached to the election's vital swing states. Also joining Gaga and Jennifer at the ceremony will be firefighter Andrea Hall, who will lead in the Pledge of Allegiance, and first-ever national youth poet Lorette Amanda Gorman, who will recite a poem. The invocation will be delivered by Father Leo O'Donovan and the benediction by Reverend Dr. Sylvester Beeman, both of whom are longtime friends of the Biden family. Next Wednesday's inauguration will largely be conducted virtually, in keeping with safety protocols amid the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. Security has been ramped up amid fears of violence on the day after a mob of Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol last week. Tony Allen, CEO of the Presidential Inauguration Committee, told Variety, "Our first priority is safety. So while many of us will be watching safely from our homes, we are creating real moments of connection that highlight a new inclusive American era of leadership that works for and represents all Americans." Tom Hanks will host a primetime TV special to commemorate Joe Biden's inauguration later that day. The special, titled Celebrating America, will air on the evening of January 20th, just hours after Biden is sworn in as the 46th President of the United States. The 90-minute extravaganza will additionally feature musical performances by Demi Lovato, Jon Bon Jovi, and Justin Timberlake. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are set to make a special appearance on screen, according to Variety. On Wednesday, Timberlake announced on Instagram that he and Ann Clements have written a song for the special titled Better Days. "I actually recorded my final vocals for this song on election night," he revealed, alongside a montage of footage from the recording studio. "I'm very honored to announce we will be performing this song on January 20th for the presidential inauguration," added Timberlake. "We have a long way to go to fix, undo, and rebuild this country, but I hope now, despite the past 4 years, we are on our way." Frontline workers and groundbreaking Americans will be among the people emphasized by the celebratory TV special. Americans' ability to endure the adversity of the recent national crisis will also be a focus, as will the endurance of democracy in the country. The special will run an hour and a half from 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. on both coasts on Inauguration Day. Netflix REBECCA Star Armie Hammer's ex-girlfriend alleges he's into master slave and cannibalism fetishes. Armie Hammer's ex-girlfriend says he was into master slave fetishes and told her he wanted to break and eat her ribs, she told DailyMail.com in an exclusive interview. Courtney Vuskovic, a Dallas-based app founder, said she met Hammer in June through mutual friends, and from the beginning, he was intoxicating. "He's a very charming, intense human being, but once you start talking to him, he's pretty aggressive right from the start. Not violent, but just sexually aggressive in the way he speaks," she said. "He's magnetic, but that has helped him get away with this stuff. He's a very charming, larger-than-life personality. He's very affectionate. He makes you feel very safe and kind of on top of the world. Then little by little it gets deeper and darker. He kind of gets obsessed with you. At first you feel really safe, and then it gets a little strange, and then it gets more, and little by little you're like, what's happened? It's very heavy. I just learned the word love bomb, and that's definitely what he does." Hammer did not respond to comment addressing Vuckovic's allegations. His lawyer, referring to his previous statement released on Wednesday, which confirmed he was stepping away from his latest film, Shotgun Wedding. Hammer said in a statement, "I'm not responding to these bull claims, but in light of the vicious and spurious online attacks against me, I cannot in good conscience now leave my children for 4 months to shoot a film in the Dominican Republic." Vuskovic, 30, said Hammer, 34, quickly manipulated her into playing along with his twisted fetishes, and that he would often fantasize about cannibalism. He was really into saying he wants to break one of your ribs and eat it, like barbecue it and eat it, she said. In terms of the BDSM stuff, he made that pretty clear that it is something he is interested in very early on in the relationship, and he referenced breaking my ribs often. Vuskovic shared a letter with DailyMail.com which she said Hammer wrote, signed, and dropped off with her apartment concierge during their relationship. "I am going to bite the F out of you," the letter said. "He was very much into saying slave, and you're just there for me at my discretion. Of course, I wasn't doing that, but he does like that idea of somebody being there solely for him," she added. "He is a huge narcissist. He sends audio messages with pretty graphic stuff. I swear it's because he likes the sound of his own voice. He's obsessed with himself, but also hates himself at the same time. I don't know how to explain it." Although Vuskovic said she did not want to get into graphic detail about Hammer's behavior during their relationship, she said it was enough that she checked into a 30-day intensive course of therapy for trauma and PTSD to deal with the warped relationship with the movie star after their breakup in early October. "I was being groomed and brilliantly manipulated to do things that frankly scared me. I am a consenting adult, but it wasn't me. He is good at what he does and knows just what to say to get you to comply. He's a very dark, twisted person." Looking back on it was like, God, how was I convinced this was something I was interested in or okay with? Because it's not, she said. "There were many times when it didn't feel right, and I knew in my gut that it wasn't what I wanted or liked and felt comfortable with, and I was persuaded to do it anyway." Vuskovic said despite frequently discussing his master-slave fantasies, Hammer was perpetually broke and needed her to pay his way. People on the internet, when they found out we were dating, were like, "Oh, she's a gold digger." I was just laughing in my head, she said. "He doesn't have $1. He was living in a 500 square foot pool house rent-free. He and I were in hotels, restaurants, my flights back and forth, all paid for by me. Everyone's like, oh, he loves road trips. No, he can't afford a plane ticket. He couldn't even fill his truck up with gas. That kind of broke. He's so irresponsible financially, personally, with his relationships. He was spiraling in all aspects." Screenshots of alleged conversations between Hammer and other women have been circulating on social media. Vuskovic said none of the published screenshots were from her conversations with Hammer. Several of the graphic messages refer to cannibalism and blood-sucking. "If you were next to me, I'd give you the tiniest cut and then fall back asleep sucking on it. Just a little trickle of your blood. The taste of you, the taste of your iron and minerals, soothing me to sleep," he allegedly wrote. "I was aroused all day," another screenshot claimed to be from Hammer says. "Kitten, you're mine. If I want your blood, skin, flesh, I'll take them. It's going to be super hot, sensual. I'll make you orgasm doing it. You'll feel my love and cannibal need for you. We can be together now if I drink your blood. Sweet wine, metallic refinery." The screenshots shared by anonymous Instagram account House of F3ti include Hammer apparently fantasizing about cutting you into pieces and having sex with the pieces. In one extreme X-rated exchange, the movie star called the woman he was texting his slave, according to House of F3ti, saying he would tell you to slit your wrists and use the blood as lube for sex. Though the messages are unverified, House of F3ti attempted to prove their authenticity by sharing private photos alleged to be from Hammer. The screenshots include fantasies of sex with his girlfriend while she is in a vegetative state and say he is masturbating while thinking of breaking your bones. In an echo of Vuskovich's account, one screenshot says, "My genitals is in my hand, and I'm thinking of breaking your ribs." The explosive leaks caused Hammer to trend on Twitter, deeply shocking his fans and his ex-wife. The alleged messages date back to 2016 and some are as recent as February 2020, a time period during which Hammer was still married to his ex-wife, Elizabeth Chambers, 38. The two announced their 10-year marriage was over in July. A close source to Chambers admitted she was aware of his infidelity, including being romantically involved with Lily James, as DailyMail.com revealed last year, which led to their split. But the friend of Hammer's ex-wife said his alleged extreme kinks are a complete shock to the mother of two, with the friend adding, "Armie appears to be a monster." They said, "A lot of these women have reached out to Elizabeth, and although she didn't want to admit it to herself at first, she knows now they are speaking the truth. Armie had a whole other side to him, and she wasn't aware of it. Whether it was always there, and he kept it hidden, or something happened that changed him completely, she doesn't know." House of F3ti explained she initially shared a video that referenced her alleged affair with Hammer, prompting other women to come forward and their stories to go viral. The user wrote, "Women approached me with their affair stories. As we talked, overwhelmed with grief for days and nights without sleeping or eating, with some ending up in the ER. We collectively decided we have to speak out after how we were treated and seeing how the women in 2020 were being treated by him. We cannot allow more women to endure what we are going through in the future." The accuser claims the women that Hammer allegedly was having affairs with recently united and were able to piece together a 5-year timeline of his alleged activity. They concluded that when Hammer has a fight with his wife, he'd reach out to his kitten, and when they had a fight, the next day he would reach out to his other kitten with the same message. Naturally, all fights revolving around Hammer's bad treatment of women. It's unclear how many women are behind the allegations.
Moving on now to the questionable Armie Hammer antics continuing.
It's getting weird.
More.
Oh, got it all.
Daily Mail exclusively obtaining this video of the actor licking a crystal substance out of his friend's hand. This as the actor is trending on Twitter for racy and sometimes very disturbing messages that he has sent to women in the past. We go to our reporter, Caitlin Becker in Los Angeles for more on this one. And Caitlin, I know you've been busy, but what is going on with Armie Hammer?
Thomas, it seems he's having a bit of a week here. First, he started trending on Twitter when some sexually graphic direct messages popped up that he had allegedly sent to multiple women. Now, we can't really get into it, and honestly, you do not want me to, Thomas, but think BDSM, dominating, and some pretty violent descriptions like choking, rape, cutting, and even cannibalism. Now, in one message, he allegedly described a time where he went hunting and ate a deer's heart and then said to a woman, quote, "I'd eat your heart if I wasn't stuck without you after." Weird stuff. Now, we've obtained that video that you showed us, Thomas, and here is another one where you can see the actor crack a beer while it looks like he's thriving. Now, Armie split from his wife of 10 years, Elizabeth, in July of 2020, and these videos are from September 2020, but some of those messages were sent while the two were married. And a source told us that Elizabeth, well, she is just mortified about these new revelations.
Well, we do know Armie just dropped out of his upcoming rom-com with J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez. It was called Shotgun Wedding. And he released a statement saying, in part, quote, "In light of the vicious and spurious online attacks against me, I cannot in good conscience now leave my children for 4 months to shoot a film in the Dominican Republic." Caitlin, I know you're going to keep digging on this one. Caitlin Becker reporting for us. Thank you.